chairperson of Johan, I have two main goals for my term: establishing greater awareness of Johan and a larger campus presence, and hosting events of quality. Firstly, I believe that utilizing the marketing options that are available on campus and using them to their full extent will be able to establish greater awareness of Johan. Johan has enjoyed public attention from the student body, but it's still not what we are supposed to have. It needs to be more. I would also like to revise the house catalogue in such a way that the house would have more options for house clothing, not products. This in turn will result in more members wearing Johan branded items, which will contribute to the visual presence of the house on campus. The more our logo is worn by house members and marketed on marketing boards, the greater the presence and awareness will be that Johan will enjoy. Secondly, I want to streamline the events that are hosted by the house in such a manner that we are able to host events of greater quality, with the house members receiving the full benefit of the fun student life that the house has to offer. This will entail planning being done in greater detail, with more attention being paid to the time needed to communicate events to the house members and to the general student body. This is an area that the house has been lacking in, and it can be fixed. It must be fixed. For me, being chairperson is not about the title. It is about being able to build on a 17-year legacy and continuing to pave the way for the day student at the University of Pretoria. As treasurer, I was able to work with each portfolio on the executive committee, which gave me valuable insight into each portfolio. I will thus be entering the position of chairperson with prior knowledge of each portfolio and the ability to build on the foundation that already exists. I have spent the last year carefully documenting all the workings of the Executive Committee, and I have compiled a 3,000-word plan of action that will guide what I do as chairperson. I am known for my tenacity, hard-working spirit, and excellent work ethic. I can strategize and organize on a level that ensures excellence in everything that I do. As chairperson, I will make it my goal to ensure that the entire Executive Committee shares one vision for Johan, collectively and actively working towards that vision. Under my leadership, I, with the entire Executive Committee, will ensure that each House member's input is heard, valued, and used to adapt the House in such a manner that House members feel welcome and at home when engaging within the House. We should remember in this time that the UP community has faced an uncertain future and a global pandemic before. In 1918 with the Spanish flu, and in more recent times when campus activities were halted for periods of time due to protest activities, in 2016 with the Feast Must Fall protest, and in 2019 with the GBV protests. The UP community, and with that the Johan community, has the ability to thrive in the face of great unknowns, but it can only be done when the leadership during such a time is steadfast and reliable. As chairperson, I will ensure that the House remains relevant during such an uncertain time by increasing the channels of communication that is on offer to the House, and also by exploring the options of adding other communication channels so that our House members may interact with each other on a more frequent basis and also fight the feelings of isolation. As chairperson, I will ensure that the entire leadership of the House places the needs and concerns of House members at the forefront of the agenda, always working for our House members and not just working to be seen.